need non-vegetarian source for protein.
No animal can make protein. So 1 gram per 1 kilogram body weight is a business proposition, not a scientific proposition.
So I hear the same thing about vitamin D also.
No supplement is required for human body.
A lot of vegetarians start consuming eggs.
Chicken, instead of waiting for 2 years to give you a egg, it can give you in 2 months. Girl of 6 years old menstruate. 70% of the women now have PCOD, endometriosis, fibroids.
A lot of us want our children to get used to millets.
Millets cause thyroid problems.
So anybody vegetarian here now?
Half the hospitals in the world will close down.
When you use copper bottle, a lot of times the taste of the water changes.
You are going to be cancerous just by drinking water. ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ನಾಶ ಆಗೋದು ಎರಡೇ ಕಾರಣ, ಒಂದು ಹಾಲು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಲ್ಕಹಾಲು.
We have so many varieties of food.
Stop eating all this industrial corporate food. Even rice and wheat is industrial and corporate food. Milk has no calcium at all.
So I just wanted to ask one personal question. What prompted you to decide to leave? I mean, you've done your master's, your fellow doctorship in the US, and then you decided to leave everything in 1997, come to India and take up this course. So what prompted you, or what was the purpose behind it?
Yeah, I think I briefly mentioned in my 35 minutes talk that we have kids born with so many. I don't care if you are all diabetic, thyroid, BP. You will take some tablets for 5-10 more years and then go upstairs. But then, because of our foolishness and stupidity, we are making the poor kids suffer. So I thought even if I can avoid 1,000 kids not being born that way, I would be doing good, so that I can sleep well in the night. So that's the and when I went to America first, I saw a small girl of 6 years old menstruating. So that's when I got really sick of the so-called modern culture. I mean, and no one even today is not asking why women are menstruating at the age of 8, 9 now. It's a paradoxical, no? That 9-year-old girl has to be called now woman. It's such a sad story. And 70% of the women now have PCOD, endometriosis, fibroids, breast tumors. All this hangama is going on, and we still apply color to our hair and then we are running around, you see. And so I thought, okay, let me just go back to our country and see that the women do not get mustache on their upper lips, but all are running around to beauty parlors and not bothered about it. But you can still, people who have gone to beauty parlors and removed their upper lips hair for 10 times can completely stop that being not formed if you just follow the hormone imbalance protocol. The reason why I came back is these are very simple, so easy. So if all of you drink water instead of milk, half of your problems will disappear, and half the hospitals in the world will close down. That's guaranteed. But India alone is producing billions of liters of milk. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಲು ಅಂತಾರೆ. How many people know ಕನ್ನಡ? ಈಗ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ನಾಶ ಆಗೋದು ಎರಡೇ ಕಾರಣ, ಒಂದು ಹಾಲು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಲ್ಕಹಾಲು. Maximum amount of natural resources are consumed to produce these two things. 1 kilogram of sugar takes 28,000 liters of water, and the molasses produced in the sugar industry consumes another 30,000 liters of water to make 1 liter of alcohol. That means all our Kaveri, which was a living river, that means all throughout the year it used to flow, now it is flowing only for 4 months. It is your milk and it is your alcohol that is evaporating our Kaveri. It's not only in India, all over the world, rivers are disappearing because these two products you are consuming on a daily basis. So if I can make people understand that it is your food and your addictions that are causing these damages to the nature itself. So now you understand the dimension is not humans and human health. It is the planet and planet's health. So by you shifting to millet, the natural resources are not replenished. They are conserved, they are regenerated, and the lost biodiversity can be brought back in a matter of 18 years. So if the human race takes up as a policy that we eat millets from tomorrow onwards, 2026 plus 18, that is 2053, you will have all the lost biodiversity appearing on this planet Earth again.
Wow.
The forests will be rebuilt. You don't need to do any damn thing. Don't plant a single tree. Just go back home and eat millets. Forests will build by themselves, which we have done. We have grown millets in 8 acres of land near Kabini Dam. Now we have a forest of 8 acres where a tiger comes and sits. I will send you the photo we have clicked to you. You can show, or you can all see in your videos. So when a tiger appears in an 8 acres land, that means the living pyramid is built. We have leopards, we have bears, we have rabbits, we have peacocks, everything. Now I have stopped growing there. I stopped going there. We just have a fence and I've left it by itself. So now imagine we do it on large scale. Just eat millets. Everything appears. And that is another dimensions for millets, because millets do not take water. 4 rains, they grow. Whereas your rice, 1 kilogram requires 8 to 10,000 liters of water. That means you are consuming the natural resources. You are not eating, you are consuming. The word consume is used in our earlier for demons and devils. I leave it at that. I hope you got the point.
So here, people who are here, like,
have I answered your question?
Yes, absolutely. So there are a lot of people here who are posting, and they're basically posting on health, and they're also talking to a lot of people who are having health issues. So constantly when we talk to them, one thing we see here is they all feel, we need non-vegetarian source for protein. Because at least I see a lot of vegetarians start consuming eggs. They start giving eggs for the children, thinking, without this, how can they get protein? So, but I'm sure basically there is a lot of sources of protein in vegetarian as well, but the data and the information is lacking. So can you throw some light on this?
Not some light, I'll throw a lot of light. This is another narrative built in the last 5-10 years by the corporate food company. See, they have done that in the form of green revolution. They sold their fertilizers and pesticides. In the form of white revolution, that is milk with IVF, steroids and antibiotics, market is created. Now, in the form of protein and non-vegetarian, what they're doing is they're selling their soybean and the sweet corn. Soybean and sweet corn are mixed, made into animal feed. 8 kilograms of this mix is eaten, 1 kilogram of meat is made, whether it is dog, cat, goat, pig, chicken or cow. 1600 million tons of soybean is produced on this planet every year in the last 32 years. 1,600 million tons of genetically modified corn is produced. These two are mixed with some sprinkle of different chemicals. Pigs like that, dogs like to eat that, cows like to eat that. Of course, some humans are also eating that. In the name of protein, because the soya bean upgraded has 32% of protein in itself. But then this fact that protein cannot be made by any animal. No animal can make protein. It can only rearrange the amino acids that are synthesized by a plant and then consumed by intermediary animal, that consumed by you. But now they have forgotten how the animal makes its meat. It is making from the amino acid sequence and group of the soya bean and the sweet corn that is fed to these animals. So the real protein, as of this industrial sequence of events, is coming from soya bean. Soya bean is not available in its true form which existed long ago. It's all genetically modified. To modify genetically, they make sure that a whole lot of land does not grow any other plant. So soya bean is now equipped with an herbicide degrading capacity, destroying capacity. So now I have a plant which I spray a herbicide, it doesn't die, whereas all other plants die. So this herbicide blocks the synthesis of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the one which produces glucose, absorbing carbon dioxide. So that means the essence of being a plant depends on the synthesis of chlorophyll. Now I have a chemical which blocks this. So all other plants die. Only this plant, soya bean, has a capacity to degrade this chemical which blocks that. And where did that enzyme come from? From a small microbe which is incorporated here. And that's how the genetic modification of soya bean happened. And that soya bean ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅವರೆಕಾಯಿ ಥರ in the cold season. ಅವರೆಕಾಯಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಅವರೆಕಾಳು. They look exactly like very similar family, same family actually, that grows in the cold regions like China, America, England, that kind of place. It doesn't grow in India. But now they have modified and then made it possible to grow even in Indian conditions also. So the genetic modifications comes with the price of a chemical that can disturb the synthesis of chlorophyll. And chlorophyll and hemoglobin, that is your blood, are exactly the same, but for magnesium in chlorophyll, iron in your hemoglobin. It is called protoporphyrin ring. With magnesium it becomes chlorophyll, with iron it becomes hemoglobin. Now if I have a means of blocking chlorophyll synthesis, now you eat soya bean, what happens to you? You are blocking hemoglobin synthesis. And that means you have a good recipe for blood cancer. And that's what happens in all these animals that are eating this, but they make the meat in soon. So instead of living for a dog, say 12 years, it will put on weight and then die in 3 years. Pig, instead of 3 years putting on weight, they will make everything happen in 3 months to 6 months. A cow, 16 years, happens in 4 to 5 years. You see the connections? So you make pig meat, 300 kilos, in 4 months instead of 7 years or 8 years its lifetime. So all these things are shortened because in the name of efficiency. So your chicken, instead of waiting for 2 years to give you egg, it will give you in 2 months. So you collect tapuk eggs. Oh, egg is good for you. Sunday or Monday, eat and egg. So now you are all enamored because protein is necessary. Go to gym. Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Bahubali. You see, all these things are happening parallelly. Corporates are the ones who sponsored these movies. So they flung their chests and open. Oh, go in gym. Oh, everyone run to gym. And gym, it is anaerobic conditions. Whey protein, E protein, that protein, this protein. You blink it, it will come. Drink, go to gym, do this. You are only pushing the meat here to there. You are still there only. But in between, what happened? Your bloodstream is experiencing the stress. Your sperm is experiencing the stress. Your ovum is experiencing the stress. Meanwhile, you got mustache on your upper lip. Testosterone levels have gone up.
What are the protein sources, vegetarian protein sources?
All the protein sources vegetarian only. Millets have wonderful protein. Kodo millet has 6.5. Foxtail millet has got 11.5. And all the amino acids that you require is available in the diversified millets. So you eat these 5 millets, you get all the amino acids you require, and you can rearrange the way you want. And that's the way your body is designed. So you eat millets, you get enough protein which is regulated. If you do not need it, the fiber will throw it out. And if you eat meat, there is no one to throw it out. So you start accumulating. You have undigested proteins. You have autoimmune diseases. ಒಂದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ವಚನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಚನ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. ನದಿ ಉದಕವ ನದಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಪಿತ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮರಹೂವನ್ನ ಮರಕೇರಿಸಿ, ತಾಯಿನ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಕರುವನ ಮರಗಿಸಿ, ಮೊಲವಾಲನ್ನುಣಬೇಡವೋ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ, ಹಲವರ ಬಾಯಿ ಟೊಣದೇ ಹೋಯಿತು. Don't drink cow's milk because it doesn't belong to you. As is, river water belongs to river, the tree's flowers belong to the tree, and cow's milk belongs to the calf. Your milk belongs to your kid. If by chance ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಹಲವರ ಬಾಯಿ ಟೊಣದೇ ಹೋಯಿತು, you get autoimmune diseases. Who said this? ಬಸವಣ್ಣ. ಯಾವಾಗ? What are we living now? We have not understood that particular one vachana. We are producing trillion liters of milk. And all nutritionists are saying, drink milk. Wow. That alone is killing the planet. Not you. I don't care about humans. Have I got the answer, sir?
Yes.
And I will just add vitamin B12. This is another fad nowadays. Oh, vitamin B12 is available only in the salmon fish. You eat the liver of liver of bear or brain of monkey. Vitamin B12, a chlorine ring with cobalt in between. Without cobalt, there is no cobalamin. No animal on this planet collects cobalt from the soil because it is very, very minute quantities. It is only the microbes that can do the job. And where are these microbes situated? In the blades of millets, in the roots of legumes. That is your tur dal, moong dal, chana dal, rajma beans, and there are 128 varieties of pulses. While fixing the nitrogen from the air into the soil, These microbes have the capacity to collect, send the chelators and the cobalt. So it is in the legumes and millets you have cobalt. And pearl millet, foxtail millet, brown top millet are equipped with cobalt. So without cobalt, there is no vitamin B12. Who will make vitamin B12? It is the microbes that make. Where are the microbes? Your gut. So if you replenish your gut microbiome, you will make vitamin B12. We have done lot of experiments. People who have no vitamin B12 drinking Ambali for 6 weeks, 28% of vitamin B12 jump. Within 6 months, full battery is charged. So people have been creating a narrative to get vitamin B12, you need to eat meat. That's why you need protein. This is the connection. Why they want to sell meat? Because they are making 92 billion pigs every year, 240 billion chickens every year, and God knows how many eggs. Egg is good for you. Sunday or Monday, khavo ande. Rahul Dravid comes, Sachin Tendulkar comes, everyone is advertising. You see the connections? It's all business. There is absolutely no science. Zero science, all business. But they keep spreading the narrative that if you eat protein means meat. And then all these vegetarians, there is a saying in Kannada, ಹುಲಿನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನರಿ ಬರೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಲಾಗ. So, they're all eating protein, they are getting all of this. So, let's also eat protein. Protein. Where is sprouts? Morning, quarter kilo sprouts. There is not a single peptidase in your mouth till it reaches the celiac region. That means your basic metabolism is not protein metabolism. Proteins are needed only to make enzymes and your mitochondrial burning place. That's all. You need only 4 to 5% of protein in your food, not in your body weight. Now, the buzzword is 1 kilogram fellow, eat 1 gram of protein. So, if you are 70 grams, 70 kilos, 70 grams of protein. 70 grams of protein, 100 grams of meat has 18 grams of protein. So, you need 18 into approximately 500 grams of meat you should eat, or 18 eggs. Okay? You eat that much, within 3 weeks you will be in ICU. Because your kaput, your kidney is gone. Dialysis, no problem. We have dialysis units at the... Come on. And this is the story. So don't fall for this stupid narratives. I specifically, consciously using the word. So 1 gram per 1 kilogram weight, body weight is a business proposition, not a scientific proposition. Thank you.
Thank you so much to clarify this. So right now this is a trend going on, how much protein is there in a diet, and it's a...
We have enough protein in 5 millets, and all the amino acids required are there in this. And if you add here and there moong dal, rajma or tur dal, you have all the wonderful proteins that are required for anyone, not only you, including an elephant.
So I hear the same thing about vitamin D also. Like a lot of people say
vitamin D is a different thing. It doesn't come from food. It comes from the sun working on under your skin. Just like sunlight fixing the carbon dioxide to glucose happens in your green leaf. Under the skin, there are particular things. Cholesterol becomes vitamin D. So it is the sunlight and cholesterol under your skin which are required to make vitamin D. So early morning when the sun is rising, you go into the sunlight, walk for 1 hour, you have enough vitamin D. And if you are in the northern hemisphere, out of range, the sunlight doesn't come as much as, so go anytime And that time in the northern Europe and America is between 11 and 2. But don't go outside India 11 and 2. You will go upstairs. But all the nutritionists and the doctors still think, even in India, that vitamin D comes between 11 and 2. You go to Vijayawada, it between 11 and 2, direct ticket to hell. So, all over the world, sunrise time is the best time. If you can spare 1 or 2 hours in the sunlight, you will be doing good for your vitamin D. And even if you are living in the equator where the sun is very high, if you can walk in tree studded areas called filtered light, that means if you walk in a forest any time of the day, the filtered light can also give you vitamin D. So you want to walk anywhere anytime, doesn't work. If you have a beautiful forest, you can walk anytime. If you do not have forest, you are living in Bengaluru, you don't even see sunlight, you go up to the apartment top and then sit there or roll on your top for half an hour. You know, you go to temples and Urlu Seva, that you, because you will have a really less space, you know. So simple thing is, go to a park, early morning rising sun, and after half an hour to 45 minutes you walk, you will have vitamin D absolutely enough for your lifetime. So at least walk in the early morning sunrise if you are in India and near equator things. We are just 12 degrees. I mean, Capricorn, Cancer, this and that, equator. So you go beyond that, then you can go between 11 and 2, and you are here in this time range. You get your vitamin D, don't worry. So, ಯಾರು ಸರ್ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So please stop drinking quarters. Drink water and get up in the morning. Go.
So there's no need to consume vitamin D as a medicine or
No
food.
supplement is required for human body. I am reaching 70 years. Now I am running 69. I have not taken a single tablet till today. No supplement, nothing. In fact, what my wife says is, I said, I don't have a headache. I don't know what headache is. She says, if only you have head, you'll have headache.
So when we normally suggest millets to a lot of clients, the first thing they say is, see, I'm used to this and it's not digesting properly, it's generating heat in the body. So we tell them you need to soak it for this many hours, you know, whatever. But then still that complaints keeps coming.
Yeah,
So-
because they don't have the gut microbes. So the distribution, regulation, and all that non-material domain things do not happen in their systems. Actually, the question is otherwise. 178,000 years human race ate millets. And for the last 100 years, you are eating rice and wheat. Even if I think you are all changed to rice and wheat. So where is the problem? Eating rice and wheat or other way around? It is just that you are cooking millets in your pressure cooker and think that you are cooked. It is not cooked. You need to soak and cook in an open air condition where the fiber flowers itself and then ready to be digested. So it's true that you may feel the heat, you may feel that because you do not know how to cook. Because it is the cyber cafe cooking in a pressure cooker and giving you, even if they say I'm giving you millet food, please don't eat. Cook yourself and eat. Soak 8 hours, cook for 10-15 minutes, then eat. If you want to make rice or roti, even if you want to make roti, millet roti, make the flour, make the dough, keep it for 3-4 hours because the fiber has to get hydrated. So, oh, it is flour, I have mixed, it is soaked. Don't think. It takes time for the fiber associated with the flour to gain the water. It takes, because it is aromatic, takes a lot of time to soak. So, soak is the word. Once you soak and eat any time of the year, you will have zero problems, guaranteed. And Ambali. So first drink 6 weeks ambali, then you can eat. In fact, my grandmother used to say, drink ambali and go out whenever you go out, because we used to keep it ready all the time. 3 to 8 pots used to be there. So timely you can manage that. And if you drink ambali, even by chance you take poison, you do not know, nothing will happen. In fact, Shiva took poison. The trick he did was he had ambali in his tummy. That's why nothing happened.
So we also hear, especially North Indians, right? They keep saying that we get loose motion or we get indigestion. So should we start with an easy millet, maybe little millet, which is easy
No,
to
there
digest?
is no easy millet.
Okay. Okay.
All millets have fiber. You have to soak them.
Okay.
And all of you fill your tummy with gut microbes. So first 6 weeks, you keep eating your rice and wheat, but drink millet ambali to start with. Then your celiac region is filled with the right microbes. Then you start soaking and eating different millets. Okay? Then you will be fine. So
Okay.
6 weeks of, it's called prepping up yourself. So prep up your gut and then get into this. So that's as simple as that. Please do pass on this word. There is a myth that, oh, millets, I create this, this create that. It's very simple, very easy way of getting out. It is true, it happens. I'm not denying the fact that they are complaining. But they are complaining because they do not know how to handle millets, because they do not know the nature of the millets. They think it's like rice and wheat, put it in water, cook, and you're done. That's okay with rice and wheat because there is no fiber at all. Here we have enriched fiber, which is going to do magic for you. Along with the microbes you start doing, you will be fine. Guaranteed.
So you also recommend people to use the same water that they soak to cook. But then, especially in summers, a lot of people feel it's very smelly, the water. So some of them.
Summer, you can actually soak for 6 to 8 hours. Nothing happens. And if you think it is troubling you, that means you are putting it in a very hot place. So try to keep it in a little cooler place, even in summer. That problem will not arise. And if you are interested in changing the water, put it in a strainer. Don't throw away the water. Use it for sambar or something else, and then cook, because lot of nutrients, water soluble, are there in that water. So we don't want to lose that.
Great. So also, see, I myself have seen a lot of doctors, especially even Ayurvedic doctors. People want to go for alternate medicine. They don't want to go to allopathy. They go to Ayurvedic doctors, and a lot of doctors themselves, I've heard them say, you should not take millets because it will be difficult for you to digest. You should take rice and maybe once a week millets. All these things are coming from sources where
Yeah, these are the words or opinions. They do not know what they are talking about. They have not even touched millets. They have not seen millets. They are so-called Ayurveda doctors. I do not have any problem with that. But all these Ayurveda doctors are feeding rice and wheat. So they are supposed to give their medicines in mud pots and leaves. Now they are packing up very well in a plastic dabba and giving Tripala Churna. So that's my answer.
so many mothers, for example, I see in my house, within our family itself, a lot of us want our children to get used to millets because once they develop, see, if somebody doesn't eat non-veg, he doesn't miss non-veg because he doesn't develop the taste buds for non-veg. So likewise, if we can also get them to eat this and not get exposed to other things, so they will start liking this. They'll develop a taste buds for this. So, but the problem is they go out, they go to school, they see other children eat other things. And one thing I see with moms are they very compassionate. They don't want the children to cry and they want them to. So there's a gap, confusion between clarity and compassion. So they're torn in between these two, and they end up, giving in. So where do we draw the line, and how do we solve this? Because once they start eating that, again they start liking that more. So another
not
thing,
liking it, you do not know what happens when you eat a chocolate, when you eat this, when you eat this. You're actually being addicted because there are chemicals. I'm not talking about the companies mixing them. I'm talking about a chocolate. It means theobroma. There is an alkaloid called theobromine. In fact, the scientific name is that. So you are addicted to the alkaloid, just like caffeine in your coffee, tea, just like nicotine in your cigarettes, just like drugs in your gutka. Our Shah Rukh Khan comes and within 3 hours IPL match, he comes 48 times. That means you are making your kids sit, pay that fellow huge money, and etching in your kid's brain, as soon as you go out, take a gutka, Vimal, Kesari, Boyalli Kesari. Wow. Can you believe it? This is the story, sir. So the addictions. Why? Oh, Swiss chocolate. 5,000 kilos. Now Duddiravaro. Tandu kodre. You are addicting your kid. It's just that you are not aware. And very secretively the companies are working on that. No one ever has told you chocolate addicts you. Instead, you have an advertisement. Dark chocolate, sensuous. Can you believe these advertisements?
he says good for health.
You do believe because you are addicted. Then you start having high-five, Wi-Fi times, typing, oh, this is good, that's good. This is the advertisements. Etching in your brain, creating narratives. Does anyone talk to you? Ragi has more calcium? No doctor tells you. What does he tell you? Take calcium supplement, shell call, bull call, whatever. At the most, he will tell you drink milk. Milk has no calcium at all. 900 milligrams. Do they talk the science of absorbing these minerals? No. So, all that is going on around you is business, not science. You want your kid not to fall for this, give them the information. Arivu, the knowledge, is something that can de-addict you. In fact, I came here, you all offered me pulao. I said, I just took 2 grains because I didn't want to insult him. I took little pulao, I took this. I ate my ragi ball, happy he gave me ragi ball. I ate 2 ragi balls, I am happy. So it's the choice that you make. And the complexities are there in the world. Only knowledge can discriminate and make you powerful to say no. No one can make me drink even that plastic bottle water. I bring my water in copper bottle. Where is my bottle? Someone stole already? Copper has the bandwidth to clean the water. The hydrogen bonding in water makes itself reverse. Whatever contaminants are there, they are removed on the copper plate. So I travel, I carry my copper bottle.
So when you use copper bottle, a lot of times the taste of the water changes after a while.
Yeah, it doesn't change if you keep washing every day.
Okay.
Every 24 hours, you take lemon juice or tamarind juice and clean it.
Yeah.
And I have been drinking for the last 48 years. I mean, till I prajna. ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಈ ನೀರನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವುದು ಕುಡಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Even if I travel 3-4 days, I stay in a hotel, I take lemon, clean, and then fill the water and allow it 3 hours, then only drink. So you need to be aware The awareness of your existence is gone by convenience. So I see all of you are drinking all this plastic. You are filling 13 picograms of plastic particles into your brain and blood and kidney, liver, everything. And so that means 13% of you are going to be cancerous just by drinking plastic water. Good enough? You want 13 more percent? I'll give you one more example. People are now, all the food that you get in Zomato, Swiggy is actually packaged in plastics. You go and eat pizza. The bread is packaged 6 months ago in a plastic wrapper and lying in a cold room or the things. So you are accumulating minimum of 6 nanograms of plastic, even if you eat a pizza. Are you aware? If you are not, please do get conscious about what you are doing. Yes, sir.
So you were saying about addiction, right? And when we were having this conversation before this, you were talking about how you could work with people who are addicted.
You can actually get out of these addictions because nature has the solutions. Pongemia pinnata, a plant that is freely available all over Indian continent called honge mara antin. ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಕುಡಿಯೋ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ, ಸಿಗರೆಟ್ ಸೇಯೋ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ, ಕಾಫಿ, ಟೀ addicts, you are all, just go and sit under the tree every day half an hour. Within 6 weeks, okay, I don't need to have coffee. You will start getting that de-addictive feeling. So instead of waiting, you can as well take the leaf, boil it in water for 3 minutes and then drink that decoction and then have coffee. After 6 weeks, you will have the kashayam and forget about coffee. We have done this for many addicts. In fact, drug addicts also can be healed by another 3 or 4 decoctions are there, and brown top millet, ambali, would reduce 50% of your cravings. Whatever craving may be, it doesn't matter what the craving is. Sugar craving, coffee craving, alcohol craving, drugs craving. Brown top millet ambali, the gut microbes created by brown fiber alone will help you 50% of cravings. And there is what is called lemongrass. Have you heard of lemongrass? That decoction is also one of the very good de-addictive decoction. And then have you heard of gilai? Amrutaballi. That's yet another. And the best of all is castor oil leaf, Haralu Bijadai ele. That is one of the wonderful de-addictive decoctions. So you have millet fiber, and the fiber of these green leaves can de-addict you. We have seen at the most, even the drug addicts who would die if they don't get. Even such cases we have. Now they are happily living without any addiction. Wow. So you follow these protocols, you can de-addict yourself. And we have many liquor addicts come out of it in a matter of 6 months.
See, there are, when talking about addiction, see, I used to get this thought that we have so many varieties of food in our...
No, you don't have varieties of food. You are fooled that you have varieties of food. You have only rice, wheat, sugar. Nothing else. See, this is the problem with you fellows. You don't even recognize. You are thinking you have varieties of food. Absolutely 3. Rice, wheat, sugar, nothing else.
So,
sir, we had 248 grains. You have reduced to 2 grains. And you are saying you have varieties of food. I'm sorry. I disagree with you.
I was talking about, for example, if you take pizza, there are not many varieties of pizza. If you really see, it's corn pizza, maybe chicken pizza. A few varieties. If you look at pasta, it's like white pasta, red pasta. But if you look at the Indian...
The white pasta, red pasta, pasta is the same.
Exactly.
It is the color of the mirchi.
Exactly. So, but what I see is when it comes to rasam, if you just take rasam, there are 150 varieties of rasam. There's pineapple rasam, pepper rasam, tomato rasam, tamarind rasam. So, but I still feel the kids are going to that 2-3 varieties again and again. But they're not excited about this many varieties of what we have.
And no one is advertising lemon rasam, tamarind rasam, kukum rasam. You know that in Mangalore side, kukum. And in fact, if you go to Andhra, we have gongura rasam, we have mango rasam, and we have gooseberry rasam. So that seasons, they just take that sour material and then crush it, boil it little bit, take and mix with something else and call it rasam with a little bit of dal or something like that. So no one is advertising the rasams. Everyone is advertising pizza. You go to villages on the road, what you see is IOL board, you will see higher than that McDonald's, higher than that Domino's Pizza. Can we do a rasam advertisement? We are not, because rasam is local. There is no corporate company selling rasam. And that's why all the kids talk about Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut Pizza, or some Charbi Pizza or whatever. So this is the business domain we are looking at. So can we advertise? Now, does Khader come while IPL match is going on? Eat brown tough millet. It's not possible. Am I right? Not possible. Because each and every second is in terms of crore rupees. That's the answer for your question.
So the marketing sufficient.
So how do we get out of it? Make your kids sit in your house, spend half an hour, talk to them about all these things. And that's what I did with my daughter.
So is there any specific millets that you recommend during summer and winter?
No, all 5 millets. These enriched millets. There is no summer, no winter. You need food every time. So this is not specific. It is how you cook. Cook properly, eat millets all throughout the year. Okay? Nothing to worry. So I've been doing so for the last 30 years.
So
no specific millet. You need all the millets because each millet addresses issues of your body parts separately. So foxtail millet deals with your lungs and nerves. Brown top millet with your digestive system and skin. Barnyard millet with your liver and soft parts. Little millet with your reproductive system. That is for women, your PCOD, uterus, all these things are covered. And kodo millet is for your bone marrow and blood. So all the systems are covered with these 5 millets. And then you can add neutral millets, ragi, jowar, bajra, for various special needs. Like I told you, bajra for your vitamin B12. So once in a while drink bajra milk. Once in a while drink ragi milk. You can make sweet with bajra milk, or you can make curds with bajra milk. You need to have your food diversified, including the staple food. That's why in our protocols we say 3 days barnyard if your liver is problem. 3 days little millet if you have reproductive problems. If you have blood cancer, kodo millet, like that. But remaining millets you cannot leave because other parts also have to be healthy. So that's the reason why we designed our protocols based on your disturbance being, which is very imbalanced. That balance has to come first. So if your genital organs are gone kaput, I need to bring them back soon to balance. So little millet is used more. At the same time, I cannot neglect your blood going kaput because you are eating only little millet. So we intersperse with kodo millet. There is nothing special in nature. Everything is special.
So any millets to avoid on any specific conditions, like people say
no,
bajra?
Nothing to avoid. You should know how to cook.
So bajra for thyroid, a lot of people say.
Yeah. No. Actually, it's thyroid problem. There is a story. One of the allopathy doctors went to Africa countries, I think somewhere in Kenya or so, he found in a village many women having goiter, the mass around the thyroid gland. He asked them, what do you eat? They were eating as their staple food called a phony millet. There is a millet, phony millet. They also ate meat, they also smoked, they also have drugs. All those things are separate. So this person came back to England and said, I will write an article. He wrote an article, millets are goitrogenous. Millets cause thyroid problems. So there is a journal called Lancet. They published it. So after 30 years, I came back to India and then started talking about millets and all. All at a sudden, that fellow released to social media, oh, millets are thyroid. So now everyone thinks millets cause thyroid problem. In fact, we have cured thyroid patients, throw away their thyroid. There are 2-3 L-troxin, some names are there. They have thrown away. Now it's been 20 years. They have not got a single problem. So we can cure thyroid problem with little millet and remaining 4 millets each day.
So some people say thyroid can be of two reasons. One is autoimmune, which is Hashimoto's. Otherwise, it's a normal thyroid. So when it comes to autoimmune, we see that anti-TPO levels go up. So in all those cases, also is it possible to reverse with millets?
100% reverse.
So you've not seen any case who couldn't.
It doesn't matter. We hardly care. No issues. Name is your choice. Hashimoto, Dishimoto, whatever it is. I care 2 hoots. We have thousands of people who have thrown away their tablets. Thousands and thousands.
Even people who had 20 years of thyroid.
Yeah. One of the testimonials I have sent you, multiple organ failure. 1 year, all things reversed.
Wow.
You just go through that video.
So another thing is most people think.
I am preempting his questions. That's all.
So a lot of people think fiber is just one fiber, right? They think it as.
Oh, no, not at all. Leaves and greens and fruits have different fiber. Roots and tubers have different fiber. Millets have got what are called lignans. You see, wood is the ultimate fiber. So that means if you stand on wood and touch electric wire, nothing happens to you. So the EMF is negated by the PMF of the wood, and that is called aromatic lignins. And the precursor of lignin is lignan, which is there in our millets. And thus the PMF is provided in your flowing blood. So that means you are protected throughout wherever the blood is flowing. And so kodo millet lignan is flowing in your bloodstream if you eat kodo millet once or twice a week. Period. You have no EMF, no inflammation, zero inflammation. And all diseases start with inflammation. So the best anti-inflammatory treatment you want to have, just eat millets. I hope you are getting the scientific explanation of what is what is.
So what form is the best way to eat millets? Is it dosa or rice or idli or roti or?
Yeah, that is left to you. If I am from Andhra, I want to mix it with gongura pachadi and eat. So I will cook my rice little dry. And if I am from Karnataka, I want to eat bisibele bath. So I want to make it little liquidish. So add little more water, add little moong dal or tur dal, make it bisibele bath. It doesn't matter. It hardly matters. I am from Tamil Nadu, I want to eat idli sambar. Make idli, pour sambar, dip or separate. Either way is fine. In fact, once I went to, where did I go? Coimbatore. I went and they said millet idli is there in some place. So we went there, millet idli. Okay, nice, oh, nice. And he came with a bucket. Oh, what is that? I asked. Sambar. My plate is this big. Only 2 idlis are there. He poured the sambar. So, any way you like, millet, idli is what you are interested.
So we see a lot of companies who are specializing in millet snacks, millet noodles. Again, that also they're processing basically.
Don't eat any of that. Because they are mixing it with wheat. Without mixing with wheat, if you have millet preparation, it's okay. But before you eat, read the ingredients. They are mixing with wheat atta, this atta, that atta. Because millets, because of their nature, having fiber, you need a glutinous material which binds it. So you need some tapioca carbohydrate or something like RB or something. You need to make that. So I don't believe that anyone is making all that. So please go home, make your dishes and eat. I personally don't like to buy anything processed. Because once processed, they pack in plastic. I don't like. Even millet.
Is it okay to recommend millets even for pregnant women post 7 months of pregnancy?
Oh, yes.
Is there anything that you want to share from your side? I mean, because as you said,
tomorrow onwards, don't eat rice and wheat. I know you cannot do it, but start thinking at least. Because that's the only way human race can exist in future. Because your sperms and ovums are going kaput. Fertility rates are, actually I am scared of only that. Not about diabetes, type 1 diabetes, blood cancer, brain cancer. I care 2 hoots, we can cure that. But if our kids are born with mental retardedness, how can you cure? Of course, we have found some solution that oils, the fat comes naturally when you have bull-driven oils. We have reversed even mental retardedness. But why being born and then do all this circus and hangama unnecessarily? So get healthy babies and 2.2 kilograms of gut microbiome is lost. 2.2 fertility rate is gone. Now we are at 1.1 because your gut microbes are only 1.1 kilos in modern human tummy. So microbes, gut microbiome and your fertility rate graph is parallel. So increase your gut microbiome, you will increase your fertility rate. Once your fertility rate is gone, your kids are born healthy. And if you have 2.2 fertility rate, India can be existing after 25 years. Japan is gone. South Korea is going to disappear because there are no more South Koreans born. Germany, you have to take Bhutadda Tagundo, where are Germans? There are only 8 people out of 100 living in Germany now as Germans. All this is going to repeat in India too. Because we are following their food and their drinks. So please stop eating all this industrial corporate food. That I mean even rice and wheat is industrial and corporate food. It didn't exist in the amounts that we are producing here. It's all artificial. The natural foods even today you can produce is millets. Not for 8 billion, 80 billion people you can produce. No water is required. No chemicals are required. 4 rains all that you need. Just 4 rains. So you can save the planet and all the living things that we have lost because of what you are eating. We are counting tigers on our fingertips. You want to bring back tigers, you don't need to plant forests. Just go back to your kitchen and eat millets. The remaining things will happen by them.
So a lot of people who want to gain weight. So when we put them on millet, they say they're losing weight. So
that happens. all the dirty things you have accumulated so far in your body has to be removed first. Then the right things will be built up. Please be patient. Within 2 to 3 years, your body weight also will be regulated. See, ನಾನು ಗುಂಡ್ಕಾಯಿ ಥರ ಇದ್ದೀನಿಲ್ಲ 30 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂಗೇ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. And just to give you one more astonishing thing, because I myself am astonished. In 1975, I climbed Chamundi in 29 minutes. And in 2025, I climbed again 29 minutes 5 seconds. 1975, 2025. 50 years gap. The same efficiency. If I go climb Chamundi for 10 days consistently, I might finish below 29 minutes. That's what is health all about. And it is millets, fiber, gut microbiome, and not eating rice, wheat, sugar, soda, milk, egg, motte mamsa. I'm a pure vegetarian. Pure in quotes. That means I don't even touch biscuit bread, which has lot of dalda, which is pig's fat.
Beef's fat.
Beef, pig. All the dalda that you are all using in bakeries is absolutely the animal fat.
So anybody vegetarian here now? All beef eaters.
No, I'm not talking about beef and all. The fat that they are using for your baking industry is absolutely that only. Nothing else. Earlier, there used to be what is called dalda, which they used to collect all the seeds under the forest ground, clean it, and then they used to make the oil which is solidifying, and that's called dalda. Now, all the slaughterhouses, the left out meat is boiled in big boilers and the fat comes up. They show up with little oxygen and some small process, industrial process. You get dalda, and those are the containers that are passing through Hormuz Strait right now as we speak. Anywhere and everywhere, bakery industry uses this 30 to 40%. Without that, you cannot bake your cake or whatever, rusk or whatever. Oh, I drink my coffee with rusk because doctor said don't drink coffee on empty stomach. Quarter kilo rusk is gone. Along with it, 100 grams of pig fat is also gone. I'm not trying to be funny. This is what is happening seriously.
When we advise North Indians, they seem to be more used to jowar or bajra. But other millets, the 5 millets you're talking about.
The reason is simple. Jowar, bajra, and ragi do not have husk, whereas all the other millets that we are talking are husked. So unless you remove the husk, you cannot eat foxtail millet, you cannot eat little millet, you cannot eat kodo millet, you cannot eat brown top millet. Whereas ragi, jowar, and bajra are like wheat. There is no husk. So you do not eat ragi rice, isn't it? Rice is defined, not the white rice that you are eating. All grains are rice if you have to remove the husk and eat. So foxtail millet is a rice. Kodo millet is a rice. Whereas finger millet is not rice. Proso millet is rice because you have to dehusk. Jowar, great millet, is not rice. What you do, you can directly make flour and use it, or make broken millet and make khichdi or something, or balls, ragi balls, things like that. So you do not have ragi rice because it is not husked. So husking, dehusking, what it makes you rice. Your paddy rice, you call paddy rice, just like millet rice. Millet word comes from French language, M-I-L-L-E. Milli means millimeter, milligram, milliliter, not small. millimeter size grains called millets. So little this side, little that side is all grouped as millets. So these millets are associated with fiber. The content is different. The nature is different of the fiber. So the fibrous grains are the ones that are suited for your gut. Fiberless grains are not meant for human gut. So it implies rice and wheat are not meant for human gut. Isn't it a very drastic statement? But there is logic and science behind this statement that I am making. And you can see that is the reason why corporate people have patented the seeds all over the world. They have not patented foxtail millet grain. They have patented rice and wheat. So your sovereignty of food is lost when you are eating rice and wheat. You are directed, you are manipulated, you are manured into eating rice and wheat. But as he thinks, he has lot of varieties of food.
So once in a while, people want to eat what they like. So what happens is we give a cheat meal once in a week for some people. So what is your thoughts on it?
What's your name? I can cheat Aishwarya. I cannot cheat Khader. How can I cheat myself? So I know that I am going to cheat. How? Cheating is not possible. You know or you do not know. So you eat by acknowledging you are eating wrong thing. So that's as simple as that. See, this is the way we play with our brains. I am cheating today. Whom are you cheating? So please eat whatever you want. I also ate today some pulao. But I ate because I am courteous. I don't want to say no to you. So that's okay. So be aware. That's all I'm trying to communicate.
So it all starts with us, right? Because a lot of times...
See, if you close eyes, you are the only one who exists in the whole universe. You are the universe. Tattvamasi. Brahmasmi.
Thank you so much for taking time. I know you have to rush to another place to speak. Is going from here directly to speak in another place. So thank you so much for taking your time and really enlightening all of us. I'm sure...
No, don't be enlightened. Be entertained. Enlightenment doesn't lead you anywhere. Being entertained is more fun. Enlightenment is also for entertainment.